And it came a day where someone that I was very loyal to, no, I'm going to put it out there. I'm just going to keep it. My brother. Me and my brother have a loyalty because we both grew up without our father, really, in our lives the way we would have chose for him to be. And he has his own experience than I did. We were both in the street together. He was on, I'm not going to tell his whole lifestyle, but he was on both sides of the fence when it came to the drug game. And one day, you know, I was sitting in his house, everybody was gone, all the drugs was gone. My brother came by and I knew that he had money. And for those of y'all for those who've been there, you want to get the edge off of you. And I wanted a beer. I just needed a $2 beer. I thought that's what I needed anyway. I think God knew better, but I thought I needed a $2 beer. And I knew he had the money, and he told me no. Probably was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because he used to come by. He was the only person I would let use my car. And my car just happened to be at the crack house, broke down. I just had to get up under it and take the little screwdriver and hit the starter and all that kind of stuff. And that wasn't even working that day. So he told me no, and he got it, and he left with another person. And so I was left sitting in the living room on my own. The houseman, the guy who owned the house, we call him a houseman. Houseman was in the back room. I'm looking up the hill. And I guess God started dealing with me, and I started thinking about, my wife is, I no longer had the excuse to say, she's aggravating me and driving me out to do the things that I was doing. It was all about focusing on myself. And when I focused on myself, and I realized that, really the Lord was all that I really had. Because even the one who I thought was my most loyal on this earth had told me no, knowing he knew what it was like because he'd been there. And I'm not blaming him. He did me a great favor. And I love him to this day. More than you can know. But when he left, I looked up the street. I thought about my wife and how undeserving she was. I thought about, where I'm at right now and how much more God has for me. Mind you, during this time, this last time, I had started a ministry. God had given me freedom through Christ before this, and I relapsed. That's something we can go into later if this interview takes us there. But I had relapsed, and I was back out for about 3 months, and my wife did it different this time. Anyway, when he left, I looked up the street. I said, to the Lord, out loud, I said, Lord, I really guess I don't have nobody but you. And
it's okay, man.
And I told the houseman, I left my car in the driveway. And I told the houseman, I said, I'm gone. And I walked up the street, and I'll tell you how God is. As soon as I got up the street, somebody else that used to be out with me, that was now in, and was in the church and all of that, used to come down there and check back on me from time to time. Met me right at the top of the hill. He was on his way to see me, and took me home, and we prayed, and cried, and I never went back except for to go get my car. About 7 days later, I didn't want to go by myself back to that place. So that was one of my lowest moments, but simultaneously it was one of my highest moments, because it was the moment that I made a decision to change and to start to fight and to start to use some of the things that God had already revealed to me and the tools he had given me to overcome against this thing that was binding me up, that I chose to let bind me up. So, the word says he'll take what's meant for bad and use it for your good. And that was one of my moments. That was one of my worst moments, but that also became one of my best moments, because I'm able to sit here and tell you about it now.